Hello, my Scorpio and Scorpio rising friends. Sandra from ForYourChi.com, and this is your monthly outlook with me, the tarot cards, the Archangel Michael deck for December of 2020. I have a surprise for all of you, for all the signs this month. For the holiday gift, my gift to you, you guys have this full reading free. All 12 houses for free on YouTube for the month of December. Whatever holiday you celebrate, happy holiday. I don't want to list them all because I will certainly forget one, and I don't want to do that. If you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, please do. That will automatically enter you into a drawing where I pick one lucky YouTube subscriber to win a free email reading from me with the cards of truth, which are very different than what I do here. And the difference is they pick up on the accuracy detailed, and of course, it's specific to you. Okay, I was a little apprehensive, I'll admit, pulling these cards this month because you guys had such an awesome reading last month that I was a little nervous to see what these cards would say, and it does look a bit challenging. However, I'm being reminded that the sun has shifted into Sag at the end of November, and we're in Sag for the first 3 weeks of December. Sag is opposite our sign of Scorpio, and whenever the sun is in that kind of angle to Scorpio, we can feel challenged, and we typically do feel challenged in December, right? And there's a lot going on with everyone and everywhere and all the planets and all the countries and all the governments. So, that too is very taxing this month. The minute I pulled these tarot cards, something told me to go get Archangel Michael for the oracle message, and I did, because frankly, I feel like we're going to ask for Archangel Michael's energetic sword to cut through the BS this month that people try to deliver to the Scorpio on a silver platter, if you get my drift. Okay, so much for the intro. First house, spiritual strength. So right out of the gate here in December, we Scorpios have a lot of weight on our shoulders, or at least we feel that way. So it feels like very demanding, high energy. We need to show up more than we regularly do, which is saying a lot, right, for Scorpio. Now, I'm kind of rolling my eyes here because I get this card all the time. So don't shoot the messenger, but I get it also. Archangel Michael is here to say, we've created this situation and we have the power to change it. Now, it could be that maybe we've said yes to too many obligations, or maybe too many people are demanding so much of our time, right? So what you would normally say yes to, I feel like you should take a pause and say, you know what, let me check my calendar and I'll get back to you. And then when you get back to them the next day or whenever, something else may have come up and you may have to decline them. There's something about really conserving your energy in December because it's going to feel exhausting. Okay, now we have a slight warning in the money house here. It's not as bad as it could be. And I feel like with guided action, you guys are going to take steps to conserve your finances as well as energy this month. Now, the shadow card is the moon card in traditional tarot. Not my favorite card. The moon card is never my favorite card when it comes up. I don't care what deck I used, although I normally use this deck. But even when I get it in a reading from somebody else, I'm like, the moon. Doesn't feel that great to me. It feels like there could be a little depression going on. What I would advise here is to definitely stay on some kind of budget for holiday spending. don't go too wild. Try to conserve where you can. Try to cut costs where you can, and try to put a little away, a little extra away in case you do have an added expense in December or the first of the year or even next year that you can fall back on. Now, what's interesting about the Oracle card in the second house is you have romance angels are helping. So I feel like there's a partner or partner energy here that's going to be helping you out in the area of finances if you need help. And if you don't need help, you don't need help. But I feel like there's someone that you can call on here if you do have an extra expense that can help you as far as partnership goes. Scorpios have a lot of resources, don't we? I mean, sure, we can burn bridges, but those people that we can always fall back on or need, we always have a tendency to do favors for people that are like this in our lives. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Catch my drift. You guys are resourceful enough to figure it out. If I can get the card up right here. We don't read this deck upside down. Reverse. Never. Never ever. The author did not intend it that way. Okay. Third house rules communication, but also rules brother, sister, third eye chakra. Okay, so two messages here. For some of you, this is going to mean that your brother or sister have this third eye chakra activated and it's wide open at this time. So they could be seeing images. They could actually be seeing, you could actually have a Cancer. I'm getting someone has a brother or a sister who is a Cancer. Cancers are super psychic, and as are Scorpios. But I've seen Cancers with a lot of this energy. They're visionary, they're visual. They see dead people, that kind of thing going on. So you may hear from your sibling who has something like this going on. They've received a message. They may call you and say, hey, I received a message from mom or dad or grandma or grandpa who is passed. And they come to me, every night now. Or every other night. Or I've seen them multiple times. Or I'm seeing all these people at night. Something like that could be going on. For others of you, you could have this connection with this brother or sister through the third eye. I have seen it before. It's kind of a rare thing where you could send them mental pictures in your mind intentionally during meditation, or even just when you're in a mundane routine, send them a picture and see what they get, see if they receive that message. Now, this is going to be for a smaller portion of you, of course. But for some of you, you do have that connection with your sibling. And you may want to play around with it. It's kind of fun if you have that gift, both of you. Okay, so there's something about new beginnings and a fresh start here. So these visions that your brother, sister are having could also be leading them up to something, giving them psychic messages about perhaps a new job, a new relationship, moving, and starting fresh here. But of course, we are talking about psychic energy. This could be a brand new gift that someone has here, brother, sister, or maybe this is a brand new connection with you and your brother or sister, and it's ushering new possibilities for the future of what you can do with this gift and what they can do with this gift. I like that. We have another chakra card here. Get it right, Sandra. Okay, fourth house, throat chakra. So this is definitely you speaking your mind in your home. We Scorpios are not good at biting our tongues, and we are going to continue to bite our tongue, continue to speak our mind, rather, in the month of December, as we should, because there is something that someone quite doesn't get the message that we're going to have to deliver again and again and again until they get it. So this is about, either this is someone in your home, or this is regarding where you live or where you may live. in the short-term future. Now, the Archangel Michael card here is the situation is already resolved. So it may be that you have told this person over and over again how you think or feel here about the situation, and you may need to tell them one more time, and then it's like a light bulb goes off. But the energy of, okay, so the other thing I'm getting with this card is if you have prayed about this situation, great. Your prayers are on the way of being answered. They're being worked out right now, but perhaps you haven't quite seen the evidence of it yet. You know, the energy is working behind the scenes to support you here. So this is like your gift through the holidays. They're handing it to you, like the book Abraham Hicks, ask and it is given, ask and ye shall receive. You're receiving the answer to your prayer here. So that's great. Okay, there's actually another message of resolve here, which is fantastic. Okay, so fifth house, we have mental conflict. Fifth house rules dating life for those of you single Scorpios, which is troubling, right? Because mental conflict means you're confused because someone is throwing you mixed signals, which I don't like, especially when we're talking about dating. However, this house also talks about social circle, so your friends, you have a friend that could be throwing you mixed signals, you're not quite sure what to do here, and sometimes this is a child. Now, I love that. This is one of my favorite cards from Archangel Michael deck, a favorable outcome. So something is working out in your favor, even though you may not think it is. And I always tell the clients, when this card comes up, you need to get to the bottom of this, whatever this is. I ask a lot of questions. I have more Scorpio in my chart than anyone I know, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to keep asking until I get an answer that I feel is real and not fake or a lie, and one that makes sense, right? I feel like you guys are going to do the same, and rightly so, in December. Why do I keep putting these chakra cards upside down? It's so weird. Okay. Sixth house, sacral chakra. So this is your work and your health. There's definitely a desire for more here, or a desire for greater. If you have this desire about your job, you want a new job, you want more money, you want to work somewhere else, you know, that's the kind of feeling I get here with this. For others of you, the sacral chakra could be thrown off because it's in your house of health, right? Sixth house. So I would definitely advise you to get some chakra clearing. If you're able, you can do yoga that clears out all your chakras, or a sea salt bath if you're able to do that with your doctor's advice. Approval. Some people can't do sea salt baths because of their health condition, by the way. It's not advice. My husband can't do one. Okay, so we want to get out of this energy because this is lack. We don't like lack. We like abundance, right? That's what we want. We want abundance. We want it now. So how do we do that? Well, the best way is, I always say, gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. The more you are grateful for what you have, the more the universe is willing to offer you more so, even more. Okay, so what does Archangel Michael have to say about this sixth house message? Your guidance is real and trustworthy. So going back to the Abraham quotes, you know, your desire here is you're launching a rocket of new desire, of some change that you want here in work, or your health category. So it's actually propelling you to make a plan, not a change, because I don't see change here, I just see a desire to change. You're going to come up with a plan of how to fix this, in addition to clearing it out, like there's actually something you are going to do, offer a plan to make a move. right? Make a move. All right. Your 7th house, wisdom. So this is your house of your primary relationship. We're going to get into this in just a minute. I feel like I need to backtrack here. So I pulled 3 tarot cards. And it's interesting, you know, the last 2 months you guys have pulled Gemini. I see no sign of this Gemini in December. Where did that Gemini energy go? We did pull 1 card that relates to an air sign here. And we have the star, which is an Aquarius. So the Aquarius is around. No sign of the Gemini. Maybe they're not physically around in December. You know, maybe you kick them to the curb. I'm not sure. Or maybe they could also be energetically checked out. Or they could be traveling. Or something like that. But you know who we do have? We've got 2 wand cards, the 8 and the 10 of wands. So we know that that's fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It appears that the Aquarian, Aqua, and fire signs are here to spend the holidays. What tarot card did we pull in the 7th house? Wisdom. We are being taught a lesson, either by someone or by the universe. And, you know, maybe for some of you, this message is like, I knew I shouldn't have gone for a Gemini. Right? I think we've all felt that way at some point in our lives as a Scorpio. What does Archangel Michael have to say about this? Well, Archangel Michael says, honor and trust your feelings. Your feelings are real. And typically they are Scorpio. Am I right? Listen to what your gut is telling you. And I went ahead and pulled an extra card from the Romance Angel deck because I want more information. Look at this. Separation. Okay. So for some of you, this is going to mean a physical separation for December. It's interesting that I didn't get an end here. You know, or this could just be that someone is mentally checked out, right? Or you could have already booted the other person to the curb. Who knows? But it's quite interesting that I pulled the 2 cards that signified the fire signs. So give me a comment. Let me know what's happening there. So interesting. All right, 8th house. Rest and rejuvenate. Okay. So this is directly related to the house of your intimacy department, right? Now, the 8th house also rules taxes, contracts, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income, if you guys have that going on. Some of you do, some of you don't. This card means taking a step back. There's not a whole lot of action going on, and quite frankly, you are not in the mood, if you know what I mean, in December. It just feels like the fire's been turned off for the moment. But not to worry. We can get it back at any time. Okay, so your advice card is you and your loved ones are safe. So if you have any feelings about being uncomfortable in any of these areas with a Scorpio, because this house rules Scorpio, you know, in a contract, if you guys are dealing with that, with the source of your significant other's income, taxes and legal matters, you could be worried about that. But there's something about you are being protected here. So, I mean, let's give thanks for that. I like that very much. There's no reason to worry. Do what you've got to do here, but then don't worry about it. And also, you can always ask for divine intervention, right? 9th house, harmony. Okay, so this is travel. Travel and any new class that you would like to take. This is my warm and fuzzy feeling card. If you travel in December, it looks great. You could also meet a new person on this trip, or you could meet a new person if you're in school right now in December. I like this card very much. Pay attention to who you meet in December. That's what I'm hearing right now. And wow, you have make a commitment. So this could be make a commitment to a new relationship, although it's interesting. Um, I didn't see a new relationship in your fifth house, but it could be that you meet a new friend that turns into something later. Um, and this could be a heads up from Archangel Michael. This could also be make a commitment to your future with relation to a new skill that you'd like to learn, as far as taking a class, being in school, something like that. And of course, you also may have an epiphany on this trip, an aha moment that you are going to make a commitment to see through until the end. So I like it very much. It's always important to focus on the good news in these cards. So many people are going through so much right now. 10th house, patience. Okay, so this is related to your career. Patience. I feel you. I feel you with those people that are saying, I've worked so hard in my career. You know, when is my ship going to come in? It's that kind of feeling. There is divine timing here because you got God is in charge. So in divine timing, it will happen when it's supposed to. Keep the patience, keep the faith. For others of you that this is not talking about career, this is a small percentage of you, it's talking about your mother. Your mother can sometimes show up in the 10th house, and she could be impatient for some reason. So you may need to have a talk with her about that. 11th house rules the children. For those of you that don't have children, it's talking about your best friendships. Base chakra. So this says that you could have a child or a best friend who is not having any fun. They're like in survival mode and they're going through the motions. This does signify some form of depression. However, Archangel Michael is here to say have confidence. Have confidence that you are going to be able to help this person, and this person is going to be able to help themselves to pull themselves out of this. I do not feel like this is this person's first rodeo. They've been in this energy perhaps on and off for quite some time, and so they are going to have to use their skills that they know to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and go on, move forward, live another day, bring their best to their lives and their situations and their family and friends. Okay, so 12th house, here we have stand your ground. Scorpio's got no problem standing their ground, am I right? This card shows up 3 months from now. This is the future energy, so look for this in March. Stand your ground means don't let anyone walk all over you. Draw the line in the sand, and then tell them prepare to deal with consequences, right? You are not having it in March, nor should you. Put a notation in your calendar. Stand your ground for March. Okay, so there could be a concern about your home or your property in March. And they want to let you know that your home is protected by angels. Now, make sure that you're calling in the protection. I do it twice a day, when I wake up and before I go to bed. I also protect my home, property, vehicles, workplaces, and spaces, along with myself and all of my relatives. But, you know, as long as you're doing what you need to do here, I mean, you got it, Scorpio. Put the protection on and don't worry. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like a private reading with me, I will put everything below in the description box. Please share this video with all your Scorpio friends. It will help them navigate through this sort of rocky energy that we've got going on here. And I'll put everything else in the description box. Make sure you look for my 2021 forecasts that I will be doing in December and hopefully posting before January so that you guys can get a timeline reading on your love, your money, and your career for 2021. Many blessings to all of you Scorpio friends.